How do we increase the value of something we do or have? When you appreciate something, you increase its value in your eyes. When it has higher value in your eyes, you treat it as an asset, you take care of it, you invest in it, so you actively help it to increase its worth. Episode number 7, Active Appreciation. When do we think of appreciation? When we talk about the appreciative mindset and when we talk about the increase in value of money, investments, real estate. One has to do with mental attitude, the other with finances. When I was asking myself this question, how do I take advantage of the time and freedom I have? I saw that those two kinds of appreciation have more in common than it may seem. I recall the conversation I had with an investor who is very good at increasing the value of the assets he has. He isn't only waiting passively for the circumstances to increase the value of his real estate, like demand, economy, jobs in the area. He also actively improves the value of the assets by seeing potential in them. He creates the vision and then he improves the assets. This work also has value for others because they want what he has. Strange topic for personal development podcast, maybe, but it helped me to connect the dots. You can tell the difference between people who appreciate themselves and those who don't. People who appreciate others and those who don't appreciate others. Some people are always ready to settle for breadcrumbs, while others will only consider the whole loaf and nothing less than this. I know that we can see the breadcrumb people in a better light as more humble, but I am not sure if they create what they truly want for themselves. And you can see it clearly how sometimes people don't appreciate their life, their bodies, their health, and the time they have on earth. They waste time, they don't seek to use and improve their skills. They don't see themselves as worthy of their own attention and care. They poison themselves and they accelerate their aging. And here I don't want to talk about how to change that. This naturally would require a personal awakening and a total change of mindset. And we know it happens. I give these examples to illustrate how you can tell who appreciates and who doesn't, who has the practice of appreciating and who doesn't. And when you see a person who appreciates himself or herself, what do you see? They use their time in a worthwhile way. They appreciate their skills they have, and they invest in improving those skills. What is active appreciation? It's something we do to increase the value of who we are, what we have, what we do. And as a result, we create more value, we increase the worth of our skills and assets in monetary and many non-monetary ways. And I'm not saying that we increase the value of who we are as human beings, because that value is untouched, that value is there. I'm talking about who we are in our roles and jobs. I want my dentist, my doctor, and my hairdresser to keep improving their skills and knowledge because I will benefit from it. So going back to the examples from real estate, I'm on a road trip right now. We visited many towns and cities, and you can tell if there is no appreciation. Where there is no appreciation, it leads to depreciation of a value. The monetary value, but also depreciation of value in other people's eyes. There is a lack of care, there's trash, graffiti, run-down buildings, uneven sidewalks, and a general sense of sadness. There is no beauty. Nobody invests in beauty. Such a city will not attract tourists, businesses, or influx of money. It will not attract people who want to live there and do their part in taking care of the place. The opposite of appreciation is a lack of care, lack of attention, and neglect. How does it all relate to personal development and our skills? How can we appreciate our non-material assets so we actively raise the value of those assets? A simple example, the present moment. The moment I have now will have less or more value to me, depending on how I choose to see it. Do I choose to notice it? What do I think and feel about it? What will I do consciously from that place? Not being on autopilot, which autopilot sometimes means having brain that is unmanaged, that goes to the negative thoughts, right? Being caught up in worry, anxiety about something coming up, and self-criticism. But appreciating the moment increases its worth to me now because I am noticing it. I stop, I get present. How exactly does the active appreciation fit into a model? Remember, in episode number 5, I talked about the foundation of transformation, a simplified way of problem solving. We have the circumstances, which are neutral facts, everybody would agree on. We have thoughts about those circumstances. The thoughts lead to feelings, and based on the feelings, we will take action or not take any action. And the actions will directly affect our result. So I want to give an example of a skill, a talent, and a goal. Because the circumstance could also be your goal. So here, let's look at this. The goal may be a book that you want to write, desire to write, and a talent. So you probably heard from many people that you have a talent for storytelling or writing, or you simply decided that you have the talent and you have the goal of writing a book. This is our circumstance. Now, you are going to have different thoughts about it. Here is how things will lead to depreciation of your skill and your idea for the book. You will have many thoughts about it, but let's look at those that create a problem. For example, it will never get done. Who needs another book? There are plenty of books written on this subject. I'm a fraud trying to talk about it. People will think I got it all figured out, and here I am, still a hot mess. It's not good enough. The idea is not good enough. For sure, you're going to have positive thoughts about it, but those thoughts will also show up for sure, especially when you will start making a plan, because this is when things get real. So let's take one of those thoughts. It will never get done. What do you feel when you think it? I would feel discouraged. And how do you show up from this feeling? How do you like to work on something when you feel discouraged? Your actions will look like this. You may look into the past to value the idea. You may look outside of you to look for the proof that this is not a good idea, that it's not good enough, that it will never get done. Through this, you devalue the idea, you devalue your talent, you devalue the story in your mind, you devalue your desire to write, you devalue your time you have, maybe even denying you have time. Through all those actions and non-actions, what are you going to create for yourself? The book is not written. That's for sure. The work is not progressing. Nothing gets created. That means there is no value created for you or anyone else. I know well that you will have dozens, if not hundreds, of thoughts about any given subject. This is just a drop in the ocean of those thoughts. Let's look now at a model, mental model, where we create active appreciation. Our circumstance, our goal is still the book you want to write, the desire to write, and your talent. Your thought may be, I will get it done at the right time. Now is the right time to start the work. This is such a great idea. I'm the right person to tell this story. So take one of those thoughts. For example, I will get it done at the right time. This thought may create different feelings in you, but for me, it creates a sense of openness. When you feel openness, there is a sense of positivity in that feeling. From openness, what could you do? You open your eyes to the time you have available. You create spaciousness when it comes to the creative thinking, freedom of choice, when and how you will get it done. You think positive thoughts about you, your talent, and your book idea. Hence, you have value in all of it. You schedule and write from a place of fulfillment and responsibility to your idea, and it feels light. The result is progressing work, growing body of work, better self-appreciation, and a sense of worth. You value your idea, yourself, and through this, your work. Self-appreciation is not selfish. There is always someone on the receiving end, someone who benefits. By valuing what we have or do, we increase its worth because our thoughts that focus on appreciation create feelings that lead to actions which increase the worth of the assets. And remember to look at the worth way beyond monetary value. Thank you so much for listening. Let me know what you think about the idea of active appreciation. And when you practice it, what does it change in your daily life? If you think there is room for you to have more self-appreciation, especially when it comes to getting your creative things done, and if on top of that you see that your creative frustrations lead you to overeating, you are at the right place. I help to address both and create success in both areas. Go to positivelyrebellious.com and schedule your free consultation when you are ready.